Okay, now we're going to cook sweet and sour fish, but we're going to do it in the bush style. This is an old-fashioned recipe and it's still quite popular. It has fish in it that we fry off first. Today I'm going to use some barramundi. We've got onions, capsicum, cauliflower and some carrots. Now notice with the vegetables this time, I've cut them big, nice and chunky, and I've made some flowerets of cauliflower, which I'll show you what to do by just taking the knife through the flowers, run the knife down the centre, not right through, and just break them apart so you get some nice flowerets. You can do this with cauliflower and you also can do it with broccoli. Okay, we also have some juices that we're going to use, pineapple and tomato juice and some ketchup. First thing we want to do is heat up the frying pan, add some oil into it and pan fry the fish. Minimal amount of oil, just run the oil around the pan. Again, I've kept it on number 10, that's full blast. We have the flour ready. You can add some salt to that flour, mix it up, and that'll be a seasoned flour. The barra is cut in nice hand-sized pieces so it doesn't fall apart and it looks very presentable once we put it on the plate. We can use stingray for this. We can use catfish, any other nice fish, it's not a problem. Okay, we coat the fish nicely, just shake it a little bit and into the pan. Once we seal it, turn the dial down to number 8, so it's a moderate heat. You don't want it burning on the outside. You see that nice bit of colour on there? You do not want it too brown. You can put the lid on for a few minutes and that should be able to bring the heat straight through the fish and cook it. Okay, the fish is cooked on one side. We'll take the lid off and we'll turn the fish over very carefully. There's some nice colour. Not too brown, just nice. Just give that another 30 seconds and that should be ready. It's nice and soft. Okay, that's ready. You need to remove your fish carefully, put on a paper. Nice fish, nicely cooked. Now, turn your heat back off and take some paper and give it a good wipe out. Okay, once the oil is removed, what you need to do next is put the juices in it. Start it off with the tomato juice, 2 cups worth, pineapple juice, your onions, and the rest of your vegetables get put in there. And very thin sliced carrots. So you got all that healthy vegetable still in that dish. Okay, shake her up, put it on number 10 again, so it gets up to heat quickly. Use your spoon, mix it around a little bit, and we only cook this to a crunch, okay? The final ingredient is the corn flour, and what you need to dissolve that corn flour in is put some cold water in there. The last thing we're going to put in there when it's ready is the pineapple pieces. You don't want to put them in now because there'll be nothing left. Okay, the sauce has been simmering for the last 10 minutes. We'll take the lid off and check. Look at the nice colour in there, Richard. Now we've just got to finish it off with a little bit of vinegar for taste, a wee bit of sugar, some pineapple pieces. You've got to have the pineapple pieces, eh? Give them a good stir. Look at that nice colour. All we need to do is finish it off is squeeze a lemon. That gives it that little bit of tang. If you haven't got lemons, lime's fine. Give it another stir. Okay, we need a little bit of ketchup just to give it a bit of body and colour. Now with the corn flour, remember, dissolve it in cold water. Okay, and make it quite thick. Run the corn flour over while it's boiling. Look how glazy that comes now. You go a little bit more. Always good to add small amounts in. You can always adjust it, but if I put the whole lot in, it'll go thick as starch. Okay, and that's perfect. Now all we need to do is put the fish in, sit it on the top, put some sauce over the top. Why you floured the fish is the flour will absorb some of the sweet and sour into the fish now. Have a look at that for a dish. And there you have beautiful sweet and sour sauce, and you can serve it up with some nice steamed rice.
You can bake it or fry it, never know till you try it. You can even cook it up in a stew. Just roll them in flour and fry them on the stove, or chuck them in the fire and cook them on the coals. Serve with rice and a panic in the tea, some chips and salad, any way will do.